Hi, Mr. Unkert here, and in this video we are going to be adding this testimonials section to our site. We're building out this site again. In part 1, we did the nav bar. Part 2, we did this hero section. Part 3, we did the skills section, and in this part, we're doing the testimonial section. Links to the other videos will be included below. Okay, so in the previous videos for these images, we used undraw.co. To get these pictures here, we're going to go to a website called pexels.com, and we're going to search up those pictures. So I'm just going to search for a guy, and we're going to go down through Pexels, and here's our guy that we're going to use, and we are going to download. Okay, and all right, so now we've got that picture. I just want the cropping of the head. I want a fairly square picture, so I'm going to go to another website called picresize.com, and this site is a free site to use. Now, they do have a bunch of ads on here, but hey, it's free. So I'm going to then go here, and we're going to upload the site. So here we go. Or upload the picture, rather. So this may take a moment because they do run some ads on the site to make some money, or to support the site. I'm not sure exactly. But anyway, so it does, site runs a little bit slow, but it is a nice site for working on stuff. Close out that. Okay, so, all right, so we're going to go down here. Here's our image. I want to crop the image. Okay. Let's pull that down just a little bit. Okay. And we're going to crop the selection. Okay. I want to make this really small, so I'm just going to make the width 150, and then it'll resize the height accordingly. I'm done resizing my picture, and I'm going to save this to disk. Okay, let's show it in the folder. Now, just to keep track of these, I'm going to rename these names that I think of. So let's just rename this John Doe. Okay, so that's going to be John Doe. All right, so let's go back to Pexels, close this out, and now I'm going to look for a girl to give me a testimonial. Okay, here we go. Let's download that. Okay, go back to pick resize, and go back here. Okay. We're going to upload that picture. Okay, edit the picture. Okay, so go down here, and we want to crop basically her head and kind of try and make it square. Now, these images the cropped images are included in the source files in the description below. So if you don't want to do this, but when you're building your own site, and this is what this tutorial is going to help you do, this is a resource you can use along with Pexels to get some nice stock photos and to crop them the way you want, so it fits your website pretty well. All right, again, I'm just going to do 150 here. Okay, and I'm done. Okay, save that to disk. All right, let's see that. Whoop, I don't want that. I want to go to my folder, and here's the resize. Let's rename it. I'm going to call this girl Jane Smith. Okay. All right, and I can get rid of this stuff, so I don't get too many things in this folder. I like to clean this stuff out. Let's get rid of that one. as well. And we're going to copy this over to the images folder in a moment. Okay. And then third picture, I think I just typed woman for search. Go down, here we are, and we'll download this one. Okay, go to pick resize. Okay, and we'll upload that photo. Now, this is just for demonstration purposes only. For your own site, you'd want to include your own photos, and obviously people that actually gave you testimonials. But this is just to show you how to make a testimonial section. Okay. All right. So I want to crop this image. Try and get a good crop there. Okay, and let's crop that one. Okay, and again, we're going to do 150 for the width. Okay, done. All right, and we'll save to disk, and let's show that in the folder. And I think I renamed this person as Jill Smith. So yeah. Okay, so let's copy these folders or these photos over. So I'm going to copy these in, paste those in. Now, when I was doing this last night, if you are looking at the source code, I just named it Testimonial 1, Testimonial 2, Testimonial 3. But I think it's easier with the names, actually. So if you are looking at the source code and are trying to find these, you'll see this under Jill Smith would be Testimonial 3, for example. Okay, and then we're going to copy John Doe. Okay. All right, so we got our folders copied. Let me close this. We got a couple of these open. Okay. All right, so we've used pick resize, we've used pixels. Let's close those out. Again, we're basing the site kind of off of VS Code. You see a description about that in previous videos. But all right, so right now we're up to this point. We've got our skills section in, and now we want to get this testimonial section in. So, all right, we've got our images copied. All right, so let's go here and make a comment. We are going to begin our testimonials section. Okay. And for our testimonial section, I wanted a very light gray background. So I'm going to do a div with a style, and the background color is E6, E6, E6. Now, when you're doing this, one of the things, this is kind of like a hack, because I'm writing the inline style here. But one of the things with Bootstrap is, or any framework, is sometimes you kind of like, if you do this in the style sheet, sometimes you have to put the important part on the end, with an exclamation part and important to get it to work. And there's certain hacks you have to play, because sometimes you have to fight the framework a little bit. This seems to work pretty well. So I go by the philosophy, it works, use it. Now, you may want to refactor this later. But anyways, let's keep going. All right, so next, and actually let me close my div here, because Emmet will open and close the div automatically, but this will not. Just to keep track, because when you're using Bootstrap 5, you have a lot of divs, and you want to make sure you're opening and closing all of them properly. All right, so this next div I'm going to have is going to have a class of container, and it's also going to have the padding top class of 5. So I'm going to hit Control Y, comma, to expand that. Okay. Now, within that, we have to have our row. So Control Y, comma. Okay. And then within that, we're going to have four. We're going to have, well, three columns across, three big columns across. And within those, we're going to have columns. So to get the three across, we're going to do a column, breakpoint of large, and then 4, and we're going to do 3 of those. And then within each one of those, nested within each one of those, we're going to have, I'm going to put this in parentheses, so dot column LG4, that's going to be the image, plus then the description by the image, column LG8. Okay, and we'll actually within the LG4, oh, first off, hold on. We've got to have a row here. So we're going to do a row, and then within that row, we're going to have this. So I'm kind of doing a nested emmet here a little bit. Now within this part here, we're going to have images. Okay, and then within this part here, we're going to have, let's see, a heading 5 plus a paragraph. Okay, and now this, hopefully this will expand out. Okay, so now this expanded it out and gave me what I needed, except it gave me a span. So let's undo that. Okay, so why did it give me a span? Okay, so maybe I'm trying to do a little too much with Emmet, but all right, let's do this first. Let's delete this out, and we'll do 3 of these first, and then I'll explain the process a little bit better. Okay, so now these are the 3 across. So let me show you what I'm doing, because you might be getting a little confused. So this is basically one section. This is another section with the image, and this is another section with the image here. Okay, so within each of those, I'm going to have a row. And then within that, we're going to have a column, the breakpoint of 4 plus a column, the breakpoint of large, but it's going to have 4 of the mini columns and then 8 of the mini columns. Okay, and hopefully this will become a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing in a moment. So, all right, so we'll do an image, do Control Y, comma, Control Y, comma, to expand it. Source is going to be images, and let's do John Doe. That's I think JPEG extension. We'll just say John Doe's testimonial for all alt text, and then we're going to have his name in the H5 heading, so it's John Doe, and then a little paragraph. Okay, and in the paragraph, he says something, he has a link. So we're not going to have that link go anywhere, but we're going to say algebrasuperstar.com, or Algebra Superstar has really helped me improve my mathematics and excel in my algebra classes. Thank you, Tim, for creating such an awesome site. Okay. All right. So let's save this and just kind of take stock of where we're at this point. Okay. So I'm going to Control refresh, and we've got a bit of an issue with the image. Okay. And well, here's why. Okay. So we have to give the image a class. Okay. and a couple classes. So the first class is going to be image, it's img fluid. Okay, and let's just see what that does. Okay, so now it makes the image smaller. Okay, and we've got to also focus on the text. And let's see, what did I put for the text? The text is very light, whereas here, okay, so I'm going to have, I think it's text dark. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, and actually, I think we did that. Just taking a look at my notes. Okay, so we have to have the text dark up here too. Okay. All right, so, and we want just John Doe. Okay, so delete that letter. Okay, so John Doe, but we want this image here to be a circle. So I'm going to add a class, and this is the other thing I'm going to use my style sheet for. So we'll go up here, go to the end, and we'll add a class of round. Now they do have a class of rounded, which is rounded corners. This is my own class, so I'm going to go back over to my style sheet, style.css, go here, and my round class, I'm going to give a border radius of 100%, and close out that bracket, save it, and go back up here. So we want it like that. We'll refresh, and now we've got the rounded site. So, okay, so we've got that part. So now we got to fill in Jane Smith and Jill Smith. Okay. All right. So I can do Control WW to get over here, and then go up to my index, and Control B to close out Nerd Tree, and then Shift G to go down to the bottom of the file, which we need to go to. Now, within each of these, so let's go here, and we're going to take this stuff here, and we're going to yank it. Okay. Go to the end of the line. Oops. End of the line here. Go over here, insert. And now we're going to paste that stuff in. Okay. Clean that up a little bit. All right. So this next person is not John Doe. So to delete these two words quickly, I'm just going to hit 2DW. Okay. That's going to delete both words. Now I'm going to type in Jane Smith. Okay. And we want to go up here, and we want to change the image, and there's a dash. I'm going to do 3DW and just Jane Smith. Okay. And then skip along here. I'm skipping by just typing W. Oh, I want to go back. And 2DW. So we'll say Jane. Whoops, I don't want to do that. Okay, back here. Jane Smith's testimonial. Okay. All right, so we're going to go now back to normal mode, down to here. Go back. Go to here, visual mode, go to the end of the line, and then just back a few, and delete that. Now we want to insert what Jane Smith has to say. So let me see what I put for Jane Smith. Okay, so I put Algebra Superstar. has changed the way I think about mathematics. I feel like a mathematician and scholar. Whether, wow, she's giving a glowing recommendation. That's pretty nice. Whether it be combining like terms or factoring a quadratic, this site has you covered. Wow, thanks. Okay. Thanks, fictional person, for giving me all that. All right. So, wow, Jane Smith, thank you. All right. So we got John Doe, we've got Jane Smith. The next one we have to do in this section is Jill Smith. Okay, so let's move on to Jill. All right, so again, because I deleted one of the lines in the register, I'm going to have to copy this stuff again. So let's go back here. And okay, go to the end of this, yank it. Insert mode and paste it. I'll move that over. Okay, and we want to change, so we're just going to delete one word. Insert Jill. Okay. One word. Insert Jill. Okay. Go back down here. Delete word. This is Jill Smith. Okay, and let's see, visual mode, go to the end of the line, delete this. And what did Jill Smith have to say? She said, I'm really loving algebra after enrolling in Algebra Superstars program. This website and its materials made me a great mathematician. Nice. I love factoring. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love factoring? All right, factoring is awesome. All right, so now we've saved it. Let's see how that turns out. Make sure everything's good. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Jill Smith. And we are done with our testimonial section. All right, so we're going to make sure that we get rid of the empty spaces here, go to the end here, and we'll just comment end, if I can type, end testimonial section. Okay, and comment that out, save it. And this concludes this part of the video. In the next video, we're going to complete this call to action, this enroll section. Okay, and the footer, and we'll finish up our site. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to smash that like button as it really helps the channel, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.